Hey guys, welcome to the Diamond District. So just to kind of change the pace of these videos, I'm going to be operating a lot more efficiently because I've honestly entered a period where I don't have time to really waste. I don't have time to waste your time, or I don't have time to waste my time. So today I actually wanted to cover 3 tools that will actually help skyrocket your progress. So, and forewarning, these tools will only work if you have clarity. If you don't have clarity, it doesn't matter if you apply these, they're not gonna work. You may end up making progress, but you'll probably just end up either self-destructing or essentially getting back to the starting point. So the very first tool that is incredibly helpful is waking up early. Waking up early is cliche. Some people will essentially say like it doesn't matter what time you wake up, it's how you use your time. But first and foremost, you want to have as much time in your day as possible to take care of the things you need to take care of. So waking up around 5, if you want to go full on beast mode, 4 o'clock. But waking up around 5, 5:30, 6 o'clock, optimal time for you to be able to start your day. Because first things first, once you wake up at 5, you're immediately doing something that nobody else in your group does. And if you're doing that willingly, not because that's the time you have to wake up in order for you to go to work, you're already putting yourself well above the human population. The average person is not taking out of their time to simply just wake up when they don't have to. So once you wake up in the morning around 5 a.m. and you have, especially if you're off, if you're working, if you're off and you wake up at 5 a.m., you have so much time in your day. All of that time, I assure you, wouldn't even necessarily be needed to be used for you to accomplish what you need to accomplish. And that's what makes it even better, is that you're able to do what you need to do and you'll have so much time left over. Now, within the spirit of waking up early, the second most efficient tool you can possibly use is time blocking. So think of time blocking sort of like the period of you going to school, where you had classes that lasted for about 45 or so minutes. Now, once you are in the process of rebuilding yourself, whether or not you're focusing on a singular thing or you're working on different aspects of your life, utilizing time blocking will allow you to pour into different areas while also maintaining productivity, while you are also avoiding the process of burnout, which is very likely to happen, especially when you have your lot of fingers in different pots. So once you establish your time blocking system and you repeat that and you're able to shift that if you have a working schedule, you are essentially guaranteeing a system that is going to work for you every single day. So if you start off with waking up early, you're already working with so much more time than you would have as opposed to waking up at 8, waking up at 10, waking up at 12, waking up at 1. So immediately waking up at 5, you have so much time available to you. Then with the time blocking, you are essentially capturing these periods of time. And this is what really separates millionaires and billionaires and just essentially poor people. It's how they're so attached to these specific details. And with billionaires, they're hyper aware of where all of their time is going. They're hyper aware of where every minute and every hour is being allocated to, because they have reached this level of obsession where every single minute is actually $1. So because we're not on that time where it doesn't really matter where or when we get out of bed, because we don't have all these different things on our lap, we're not juggling all these different things. And the moment I essentially entered this space of I have all these different things I need to work on, now the same advice that I'm giving you, if I don't apply this, I'm gonna fail. If I don't apply the information I'm giving you right now, I'm going to fail. I'm either going to fail school, I'm not going to sell a beat, I will end up burning out. So the information I'm providing you, straight up and down, this is what's going to work for me. This is what has been working for so many successful people, and this is what's going to work for you. Now, the last thing, which I think is arguably one of the more important things, is a mental review. Now, you don't really hear the concept of a mental review, so maybe it's worded a little bit differently, such as like how you are reviewing your day. So you're essentially summarizing your day. What did you do? Did you avoid doing anything? Did you act out of character? Did the actions you took today? Did they make you a step closer to where you want to be? That kind of review. But another thing I think is very important is sort of just like thinking through the day that you had. Thinking through, it's not just simply just writing it down and making a notation, it's thinking. Somewhere along the line, the average person really just stopped thinking, specifically critical thinking. And critical thinking is really just a deeper level of just like, not just surface level thoughts. I mean, you're literally diving deep into something and you're coming to your own conclusions because you're taking something apart and putting it back together and analyzing it from several perspectives, several angles. So really what I'm saying is one of the best things you should do is not only like review your day, but think about it. Think about how you could improve in this area. Think about why was your response like that. This kind of mental check-in or this mental review will consistently keep you on point every single day. There's a gentleman by the name of Game God Goldie on YouTube, and he touches upon this constantly about this need or the necessity for you to do like a mental check-in every single day, because you are distracted so frequently externally, and then you also have to take into account that you're having thousands upon thousands of thoughts in a single day. So it's super easy for the human mind to completely get off track. So in order for you to constantly stay on point, you need sort of a daily reminder to remind yourself like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is what I need to do. This is what I'm avoiding. This is what I put on the back burner. This is how I responded in this situation. I need to think about that. So you're essentially constantly in this state every single night before you go to bed of just this mental recap, this mental review. And once you make these things a habit, you wake up early, you have all this time in your day, you time block. So you're sectioning off your time. You're not just letting every minute go to waste. You're not letting these random hours go to waste. You're being incredibly purposeful with your time, purposeful with your energy. And then after you completed all the things you need to complete it, or you went through your day, you review. Because as I always speak upon, one of the greatest systems that has ever been introduced to existence is the feedback system that you get from life. So once you utilize these three tools, what you're gonna see is you will essentially have created a system within yourself and within your day-to-day base that is literally improving you. Sometimes not even by a little bit, by dramatic amounts. So if you're focusing on getting 1% better every single day, use those three tools. Let me just review it before this video is over. That's waking up early, that's time blocking, and that's essentially doing a mental review or a mental check-in. Thank you so much for watching my video. Apply all this information and you'll see results.